Hey everyone, it's Rock the Cash, People's Champ, coming to you live from Cash Stadium. And we're up to week 3, preview of week 3. Boy oh boy, we're already nearly a quarter of the way through the season. Who would have thought? Time just flies. Like they say, time stands still for no man. So with that said, before we get into previewing week 3, as always, we've got a song from Team Mazza, and this week's song is a song called Win by J-Rock, and that's exactly what the Rock needs to do this week, is win. So we'll just fire this up in the background. Hopefully it's better than the last few songs that we've had from Mazza, because they've been pretty atrocious. Alright, let's get into week 3 and see who's up who and who hasn't paid. Okay, so we've got, first game is Rock for Cash up against the Browns. So we've got the 4th place Browns up against the 11th place Cash. Head to head, these two have played 9 times, with the Browns leading 6 games to 3. Computer has the game well and truly a win to the Browns at 103.75 to the Cash's 90.36. The Browns are supposed to be led by Lamar Jackson with 24, Fournette 15, Bell 14, Thomas 12, Lockett 11 and Jones 12. For the Cash, Aaron Rodgers 18, Gurley 13, Brown 11 and Brown from Baltimore 12. Cash has been hit pretty hard with injuries and suspensions and almost deaths. So, it's going to be hard for the Cash. Got Deshaun Jackson, who's out injured. He's got Drew Brees, who's out injured. He's got Tyreek Hill, who's out injured. He's still got Tate and Hunt on suspensions. And Burkhead's the only fit player that he's got on his bench. So, let's hope that nothing goes wrong up in the senior part of the team, or else the Cash will be in a lot of trouble. With that said though, never tip against the Cash. Cash will win this game, probably by about 5 points I'd say, so give Brown his first loss for the season. In the next game, we've got Moneymakers 8 up against Archie's All-Stars. Moneymakers currently 9th place. Archie's All-Stars and the Altar Boys are in 3rd place. These guys have played each other 5 times, with Archie's leading 3 games to 2. Computer has this one a little bit closer, but Archie's at 99.15, Moneymakers 92.79. So a slight win there. The Computer's sinking to the Altar Boys. The Altar Boys going to be led by Matty Ryan at 18, David Johnson at 12, Mac at 12, who apparently is out with injury, so that'll be interesting. Julio Jones with 12, Golladay with 10. On the Moneymakers side, Stafford's supposed to get 17, Chubb 13, Montgomery 10, Thielen 10, Cooper 11 and Kelce 11. I'm not sure which way to go in this game. I've just got a funny feeling that the Moneymakers have been very, very active on the waiver since the season started. He may have actually got a balanced team now, so I'm actually going to go with the Moneymakers in this one to win by about 3 points. In the next game, this is going to be a classic, this one. This is Team Mazza up against Smooth Criminal. Team Mazza making the short trip across to Ballarat to Criminal Stadium. At the moment, Team Mazza, as we know, the train, the very, very fast train, as he calls it, they're in 1st place. Smooth Criminals in 7th place after dropping the game last week to the Browns. Computer has this one really close. Actually, Smooth Criminal 101.1 to defeat Team Mazza 99.31. Smooth Criminal, Wentz is meant to get 19, Elliott 15, Cook 14, Evans 11, Jacobs 12. For Team Mazza, Deshaun Watson at 20, Eckler 14, Barkley 15, Hilton 10 and Sanders 11. Look, this is a close one. I've got to keep tipping Team Mazza until they lose. The train's running express, stopping at no stations at the moment. This game will see Mazza get up, I think, just and give Smooth Criminal her second loss in a row, which she'll be absolutely filthy about. So I'll tip Team Mazza here by about 7 points. In the next game, Young Remix Killers up against the Dark Side. Dark Side taking all this season. At the moment, they're in second spot with Young Remix Killers at the bottom. Don't see those boys at the bottom. I think being a homeless team with no stadium is taking its toll. They've got nowhere to train. They're somewhere in the city. Other teams are finding it hard to actually find them. I'm tipping that there may be a forfeit soon because we just don't know where Young Cav Stadium is at the moment. Computer has this one, Dark Side, at 99.89 to beat the Young Remix Killers 90.05. These guys have only played each other once, with the Dark Side winning a couple of seasons ago. For the Dark Side, Pat Mahomes 20, Henry 13, Carson 13, Allen 12, Cup 10. For Young Remix Killers, Baker Mayfield 17, Lindsay 11, Godwin 11, Juju at 10, and Kittle the Kettle at 10. Look, I can't see the Dark Side dropping this one. All he's got to do is find Cav's team, basically, and I think that he'll have a very, very comfortable win. This will probably be the biggest margin of the round. I think Dark Side will get up by about 25 to 30 points. In the next game, Mitch's Mongrels up against Little River Giants, both winners last week. Mitch's Mongrels at the moment are in 8th spot. Little River Giants are in 6th spot. These guys have played each other 8 times, with Mitch's Mongrels up 5 games to 3. Computer has this one. Boy, this is close. Little River Giants 90.71 to Mitch's Mongrels 90.03, so just 0.68 separating the two teams, or about 7 yards. For Little River Giants, Dak Prescott at 21, he won't do that again. Brader at 10, Johnson at 10, Hopkins at 12, and Adams at 12. Probably needs to make a change there too. Njoku broke his wrist, I believe, so he has to look at maybe bringing in Austin Hooper off the bench, I would think. For the Mitch's Mongrels, Brissett at 16, McCaffrey at 19, Beckham at 10, Cooks at 10. Yeah, this one's going to be close too. Have a rule this year that if you beat the cash, you can't be tipped next week. So bad luck, Little River Giants. Going to have to go with Mitch's Mongrels here, and I'm going to go with the actual margin here. I think Mitch's Mongrels will get up by the 0.68. So this will be a really close game, probably the closest game of the year. In the final game, it's the battle of the newlyweds. It's Little Waiters up against Shiva Kamini. These guys have played each other 5 times. Little Waiters leading 4-1, as it should be. The wife should always be leading the husband, and that's exactly what's happening here. Little Waiters at the moment's in 10th spot, and Shiva Kamini's in 5th spot. Very hard game to tip this one. Shiva Kamini's meant to win 94.97 to Little Waiters 84.87. Shiva Kamini's got Tom Brady at 17, Kamara at 14, Michelle at 11, Watkins at 11, and Ingram at 10. On the other side, Little Waiters has Russell Wilson. I think he's going to be a good player, this kid, at 17. John Connor from the Terminator at 12. They're the only ones that are meant to get into double figures. So with that said, I tipped Little Waiters last week to cause an upset and they let me down. Do I tip them again? Look, I'm going to go with Shiva. I'm gonna tip it at 0.1. I think Shiva will beat Little Waiters by 0.1 or 1 yard. So just in summary, I think the Cash will beat the Browns. I think All Stars will beat the Moneymakers. Team Mazza will beat Smooth Criminal. Dark Side will be Young Remix Killers. Mitch's Mongrels beat Little River Giants, and Shiva to beat Little Waders. So that's pretty much the Cash's preview for week 3. Just have a look at what's happening in the NFL this week. Tomorrow's game, what a shit game. Tennessee Titans versus Jacksonville Jaguars. I think Cash might just leave that one alone. And we'll round out week 3 with the Chicago Bears up against the Washington Redskins. So stay tuned. There is a trade pending at the moment between the Browns and Mitch's Mongrels. That'll be announced probably tomorrow. Other than that, that's pretty much it for week 3. Have a great week 3, everyone, and hope your team wins, unless you're playing me, Brown. Alright guys, that's the Cash out.